Have you been watching the testimony in the Murdaugh double murder trial? It's been so intense the past several days. Jury deliberations could start as early as today. And here's the interesting point of what happens this particular day. Jurors are going to go to the Moselle property where Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were gunned down. And we understand the property's dog kennels are the focus. While they're on the trip, they're not allowed to talk to each other. We're joined right now by body language expert and jury consultant Susan Constantine. So the fact that they can't talk to each other, they really haven't been able to talk at all during the course of this proceeding. But what do you think is going to come out of this trip?
Well, this is the sensory or the visual tour. So they've been hearing evidence now for 3 weeks. And every one of those jurors have collected in their own minds what is really important for them to know and to be able to get some answers to it. So for right now, what they're going to be doing is taking a tour on the residence there, getting a feel for the environment, the smell, where the alleged murders took place, the distance between the different areas. And so they'll have kind of an overview, a real strong feeling about the actual environment. This is going to be really important because I call this a visual journey and a sensory journey. So now they've learned a lot about the law. They've heard about the experts. Now it's time for them to get on with boots on the ground and be able to walk the property and feel and to actually start to put the pieces together.
And it might... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is when a juror, I mean, this is so rare for them to take this kind of a trip to a property where a crime was committed. But when they do, do you think that it's normal for them to kind of go with their gut? Like, do you think that some of the jurors are going to go there and they're going to finally be settled about what the verdict should be because they've placed themselves in that scene?
I think that's an excellent question because most jurors are visual. So they've been hearing so much information. It's like information overload. They're not going to retain it all. But what they do know is they remember hearing different pieces of it that are going to stick. I call it the Velcro effect, right? So once they get out there, they're going to be able to put the pieces together. I think it's going to be powerful. I think it's going to be great for those that are strong visual learners. One of the things that I think is going to be really important for both the attorneys and the judges to see once the jurors are dropped off there and they start on their way and their journey throughout, because it's not going to be a tour, right? They're going to be left off and they're going to be on their own to be able to look around. I want to see who's leading the pack. I want to see where they're going. I want to see who's going where and if there's others that are following. This is massively important to be able to figure out what those jurors are really thinking and what answers they want.
Yeah, it could get to a lot of people resolving their own moral conflict about whether he's guilty or innocent based on that gut reaction when they go to that property. Susan Constantine, always great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrienne.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.